Daylight City gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the Running Rebels of UNLV. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. And the Rebels will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Using the quick game. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Brings it down on the right side. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UNLV Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know so many...
Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dropping back, it's Sharp. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. 4th down. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Proctor. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sharp. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. The running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the ground with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it! He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
1st and goal, Michigan State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Smarty!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Sam Houston. Just another week of college football.
Turning it on! They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And that ball's free behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's 1st down from the 11.
gain of 10. That's a first down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see... Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's a first down.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Sharp. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The kick is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
At the 23. Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Darnold. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got it inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's a first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They'll try the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give to the lone running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Michigan State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. An 84-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. Finds his back in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Complete with conviction on the crosser. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rebels offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Off-play action on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sharp. Got his man on the right.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Rebels have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Amaro. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
48-yard line. Brings up second down.
The play action fake. Got a man. It's Bobo. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
First down.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the 39-yard line. Second down coming up.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged out of the air. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, a lot of space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over Wake Forest. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, complete.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Here's the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
1st down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
2nd down coming up.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 5. And 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Darnold. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10.
Near the 16-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
Hands it off. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
UNLV 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Continues to fight for yards. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Second down now after the sack. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. The Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Bobo. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. And the Spartans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. finding open areas.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll leave it with him. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll take it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They want that clock to run. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick handoff. Hard running there.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity, and you start to